Hello and welcome back with me, Admiral, joining me back on Star Trek Fleet Command. So in today's episode, we're going to be talking about some certain events that you must be doing right now because they are, in my opinion, pretty decent. You might have a varying opinion, and please do let me know in the comments down below whether you think it's good or bad. But I personally think it's pretty decent. It only took me 5 minutes to do. I'll show you the technique that I used and how I did it, and to be honest, you should get it done within literally 5 minutes. Obviously it's 5 minutes of concentrating and non-stop, but it's only 5 minutes, so it's not too bad overall. And the rewards that you get from 5 minutes of work is, again, in my opinion, pretty damn good. Okay, so let's move in. We'll get our rewards here, and as you can see, this is our rewards. We get 3 billion raw power steel, we get 2 billion worth of tokens, we get 32 uncommon in obviously 3-star, 16 rares, and then we get 1 billion token at the end as well. So technically speaking, we get 3 billion in worth of tokens as well. So an incredibly good event that I've just completed, and that event in question is the Red Alert SMS event. I'm going to show what you need to do for this, and we're going to go through it, but quite frankly, this is an incredibly good event. So it says, hey commanders, stealing supplies from Klingon and Romulans will make us strong. And then it says, score in the event by destroying hostiles. Key that, destroying hostiles. And then it says, earn bonus points by destroying Klingon and Romulan supply ships using the amalgam. Completely ignore that one in my opinion. Just ignore it. So this one here where it says destroy supply depots and with the amalgam, completely ignore it. I don't know how long it'll take, but certainly I didn't do that variant. Or you get 120 points per doing it, but I didn't do that way, and I think the way that I did it was much quicker. Like I say, 5 minutes, maybe 6. And that's the destroy hostiles, where you get 50 points per hostile. And what I did for this, dead straightforward. Get 3 ships that you know are relatively decent, that can take on pretty much anybody. You can do this in any system. I did it in my home system because I didn't want to travel anywhere else. So I just did it in this system, and all I did was just send all 3 ships out and just hit as many hostiles as humanly possible. Just constantly hitting them all with all 3 ships. You can do it with 4. I just couldn't be bothered changing the ship over to do it with 4 ships. So I did it with 3, and like I say, it took me no time at all. And the rewards, in my opinion, I think the rewards are very good. I think finally they've sort of hit the nail on the head with the rewards. I think this is pretty decent rewards. I feel like the resources are anyway. The uncommons are a bit lacklusterful, but for the sake of 5 minutes, I think they're good as well. To be honest, I think they're really good as well for the sake of 5 minutes worth of work. And this event definitely 1000% needs doing. It doesn't take long to do. Keep on top of it. I don't think it's going to refresh you. You have you have 1 day and 20 hours left to go on it. But if you can dedicate a good 5 to 10 minutes, depending on what you can obviously do, then I would definitely worth just doing the hostile hunt. Just go around hitting as many as you can with your ships. In the system, your home system, if you really don't want to move out, or if you're there too high potentially, just go to one of the lower systems, because it can be any system at all. It can be any system in this absolute vast universe, or galaxy should I say. So go and hit as many as you can to make this event worthwhile for you. The other thing is, don't forget to claim your free ship tokens. So whether that be the Discovery, the Franklin, ignore the sarcophagus, the Vidar, or alternatively the amalgam. As long as you already obviously have the Vidar, Franklin, Discovery at least, then claim your amalgam tokens. As you can see, I've claimed mine already. So I've already done mine for today, and we are not too far off getting the amalgam to about halfway now, I believe. So we're pretty decent. So my amalgam, it's at 32, so I've only got 2 more, and then we're about halfway. We'll be on 48 at that point. 2 more weeks and we'll be on 48. So it's not too bad. We're nearly halfway there. I would say we're a third of the way there right now, which is pretty good overall. What other events do we have that you should be focusing on? This event with the Syndicate is another good one to focus on, providing you can get the Syndicate progression. For example, you only need to gain 1 Syndicate XP, which gives you 5 points. The downside to this is obviously you're limited to either just doing the daily refreshes, or alternatively you can obviously buy them in the store if you're inclined to do so. And yeah, you'll progress to that, but definitely worth doing, since it gets you a few extra goodies, gets you a few more shards than you would normally get, and it's pretty easy to do with regards to just doing your dailies, as you get 200, I believe, from your dailies, or I certainly get 200 from my dailies. So 200 times 5 gives me 1,000 points. So if you work that out in this, I'll get 4,000 points by the end of this. So I would still need obviously substantially more, unless another event comes up in the next couple of days to give me enough points to be able to gain the full amount. Then you got the Recruit Maranana, whatever her name is. This one I'm going to be completing very shortly, which gives you just a bunch of shards towards her, which is pretty, again, I think these officers are definitely worth getting because they can go on the lower deck and they give obviously added buffs, due to the fact that their abilities are lower deck abilities rather than bridge abilities. So I think the lower deck crews are all worth getting. To obviously, I don't know exactly how they work, but they're definitely all worth getting. And then when it comes to the ticket events, if I'm honest, just focus on what you need resource wise and what you can actually physically do. For example, this is obviously hostiles, going to hit hostiles of varying capacity, and it's to do with the Doomsday / swarm clusters. So this will be a relatively easy one. So if you go and hit some swarms at say level 39, gives you 2,000. It's not too bad. All your special hostiles is the swarms. You get 1.25 times the points of the whatever it says. So, and then you get Doomsday, you get 2 times the points of whatever it says. So it might take a while, but swarms is probably the easiest one to do here. Going to the middle, this is the mining one, which everyone dreads to do, which is mine crystal, which is not too bad because you get, again, pretty decent amount of trit, and you get, again, more shards towards Beckett. But the trit itself, you know, you're looking at 20 million plus trit, plus a few crystals as well if you're at my level in the game, which I believe is pretty decent. And then, or you can obviously do help alliance / regular armadas. This one is definitely worth doing to some extent, just because the current job for the pass, the battle pass, is to do with helping the alliance. So you're going to get free stuff from just doing that anyway. So I think that part of the tickets event is definitely worth doing. And if you can mine crystal, then definitely go ahead and mine crystal. I'm going to do it personally, so it's a good amount of trait to be able to get. You have the normal phenomenon, which you should be doing it with the discovery regardless. 100% just do it. It's dead quick and easy. And then obviously you got your normal swarm events, which I believe hasn't changed much over basically the last couple of years. You still get your Karn shards, you still get the Mara shards, which you can obviously convert into tokens, and you still get your pitiful amount of, if I'm honest, it is quite a pitiful amount of titanium now. If you look at it, I think they should up it personally, but whether they will, whether they won't, I think they should, because there's not much you get from it anymore. It's definitely worth doing for the shards, but I think they should up the amount of resources you get from this event, as that event does take a little bit longer to do in terms of time wise overall. Hopefully everyone managed to finish the exam. We will do season 2 once it pops out. Please let me know in the comments down below whether you want to see a video on all the answers in one go, or whether you want to see them in the way I did it, which is split them up into half, as I've seen other people do them all in one go, and I don't know whether that would be beneficial for you rather than splitting them up. So please let me know again in the comments down below. That brings all the events to an end. So don't forget the main one, Red Alert. Go check it out. Go do it as fast as you can. Takes 5 to 10 minutes to do. Took me 5 to 10 minutes, for example. And if I can do it, then you certainly can, I know for a fact. So go and do it. Other than that, I hope this has helped. See you next time. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check out Discord for all some goodies and stuff to do with the game. like information on the game and stuff like that. So go check that out. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.